I think so, yeah.
Okay, so let's test this. So inside of the using bracket,
The using
on
bracket.
line 18,
Okay.
we're going to say CONN dot open. We're going to open the connection, open close parenthesis, and then semicolon. And then go ahead and press enter. And we'll do a write line, console write line. And then in here, you're going to display the state of the connection. So it's going to be CONN dot state. Yep. Press tab. It has to be the capital S.
Oh. Whoa.
Whoa. All right, cool. And then after the console write line, you can do connection.close or CONN.close. New line. I think if you press tab, it automatically, there you go.
Oh.
And then semicolon. You got to finish it off with semicolon. Let's run this and see if it works. We just want to connect to the database. Let's see if it works.
Oh.
Oh, what did it say? Keyword not supported. Okay, so it's obviously not source. Let's go ahead and close this window. I believe it might be server. And if not, we'll go and search on Google.
So the...
Instead of source, it's server.
Try again.
Let's try it again.
Username.
Username. Okay, let's just user, get rid of name. Let's try that again. Oh, you're gonna have to stop it.
Oh.
You have to stop it and then run it again. A connection was successfully established with the server, but an error occurred during login process. Huh. Let's see. Let's look at the view details. And let's look at inner exception. Expand the inner exception. And you can expand this box too, so you can. And no process at the end of the pipe. Okay, so this tells me that your server is not accepting connections. So we have to enable that. So go ahead and close this. And go ahead and stop this. Yeah. Okay, cool. So go ahead and click on your little Windows, the little Windows icon at the bottom, and then type in SQL. And in here, we want to go and look at, you see where it says SQL Server 2019 Configuration Manager? Yeah, let's go ahead and open this. And then under, let's look at SQL Services. Let's click on that one. And, okay, it's not that one. Look at the second one where it says network configuration. And bless you.
Thank you. There's no items to show.
Yeah, let's expand the expand SQL Server network configuration. and then protocols. Aha. So let's enable name pipes and TCP/IP. All right. And now you can go ahead. So this is the only reason I know is because I've been working since 1997. I've been working with SQL Server, and that's why I know. And so this is one that, you know, for the books, it's like you only ever run into this because when you install a new instance of SQL Server. This is the only time you're going to see this, you know. So this is kind of one of those little rare moments that you run into these errors and you're like, man, I got to take note of that. So if you're watching this video, take note of this right here, because you're not going to run into this problem very often. You're going to have to go search and hopefully you find it. So this is a very rare moment. Okay. So let's go ahead and close this window. I think it's the one on your right.
Okay.
So right click on your local SQL.
My local SQL.
Yeah,
oh.
the very top one, and restart.
Refresh?
Restart.
Oh.
And yep, hit yes. And it's going to go through a cycle process. It's probably showing you a window where it's restarting it. It's stopping it and then restarting it.
Here we go.
So yeah, so you'll see this window and it's going to go and restart it. Okay, so now let's go back to Visual Studio. And let's run this again. Okay, a connection was successfully established, but there was an error occurred in the login process. Shared memory provider error. No process is at the other end of the pipe. All right, let's go. I think something is wrong with the connection string. So let's go ahead and stop this. And let's go to Google.
Okay.
And let's search for C# SQL connection string. Connection string properties. There you go, that first one. Let's go ahead and check that out. So what is it that we need? So scroll down a little bit till we see an example of what that connection string. Okay, here we go. So data source, initial catalog, and then, so we need data source. Oh, we only had source, huh? We didn't have data source. So it's going to be, instead of server, it's data source, 2 words. And then go back to that Google website, to that one we found on Google. And it looks like initial catalog needs to be capital I, capital C.
Okay. So specific here.
I know, picky. And let's scroll down a little bit further and let's look for one that has the username.
Password.
So it's capital P, or you can use PWD, either one.
User ID.
User ID. Dang it, I was so close, you know? Capital P password, or all caps PWD. All right, let's save this and run it. I think this is the time that we're going to get it right.
Oh.
Dang it. What is going on here? All right, let's copy the details. And let's plug that into Google and see what's going on. Sometimes even a 20-year veteran has to resort to looking up errors. Go ahead and click on that first one, see what we get. So yeah, he's getting the same error we are. So let's scroll down and look for the answer. It says, typically to troubleshoot this, go to SQL Server Configuration Manager, which where we were at, right? Ensure shared memory protocol is enabled, name pipes is enabled, and TCP/IP is enabled. And is ahead of name pipes. Oh, so we have to move it up in the chain.
Okay.
So we need to go back to that SQL Server Manager. So we can't do it from here.
Oh.
Remember we you had to look for SQL, and it's that configuration manager. So let's see. Can you right click and move it up? Right click, does it give us? No. Can you drag it up?
No.
Go to properties. Enabled, yes. Keep alive. Listen to all. Okay, cancel this. Let's look at, go to SQL Network Configuration, that second one. And right click on there. Nothing. Go to open that. If there's a way to, is there another window that popped up somewhere?
No.
No? Okay. Let's go and open up, expand the native client. Oh, client protocols. Yeah, they're all enabled. And TCP is ahead of name pipes here. Go to aliases. No. Expand the native client, the third item, and click on. All right, TCP is enabled, aliases. And it restarted, right? The server? Okay, let's do this. Go ahead and close this instance of SQL Server. And close the other instances. I wonder if something happened because you got multiple instances.
Oh, it's thinking real hard over here.
It's doing something, huh? Yeah, you see, there was a problem. There was a problem when you restarted it. And right click on that SQL Server next to the, yeah, and then
Close whole windows.
close all windows.
There we go.
Okay, go ahead and open it back up. Oh, let's go ahead and close this window as well. And let's open up SSMS again. And let's do a restart now that you have one instance. I think having two instances available screwed something up. And so the change wasn't taking effect.
We hacked the system.
That's right. A connection was successfully established with the server, but then an error occurred during the login process. Okay, you know what? I have a feeling your password is incorrect. Let's go to SQL Server. And go ahead and retype that password again. I bet you that password is incorrect.
Exclamation point.
I think it's capital P password 1 exclamation point.
That's what it is.
That's what it was. Let's go back to that connection string. Jonathan, you had us jumping through hoops with fire here. Okay.
Okay. Oops.
Let's try this. Go ahead and run this. Oh, you got to stop it and then run it. User ID, SA, PWD. Change that PWD to password. And then, yeah, stop it and save it and rerun it. This is a very special moment, you know, just like I've never had so much problem with. So a connection was successfully established with the server, but then an error occurred during the login process. The provider shared memory. No process is on the other end of the pipe. Let's view those details again. Let's make sure we're not dealing with anything different. Go to the SQL Server services, the first one. SQL browser. Go ahead and right click and start that one. Can you start it?
No.
Oh, interesting. Right click on that first one and restart it. Oh, this is the configuration manager.
That's what needed to be restarted.
That's what needed to be restarted, not the server. It was the configuration manager. Freaking A, man. Let's go run that application again. You can just hit the little red button from here. Try that. Oh my God. No way. This is ridiculous. SQL connection, data source. A connection was successfully established. Scroll down on look at the way you're spelling significant.
Significant.
Is that the right spelling?
That's the right spelling.
Okay, let's try that again.
What?
Okay, so that's.
Let's see how it's spelled.
How is it spelled?
Can't.
Can't.
With a K.
With a K. Oh my gosh. This is what we get for misspelling it to begin with.
Significant. There we go. That should work now.
Yay! We did it.
We did it.
Oh my God. Just enable your, go ahead and close this window. Man, that was stressful. Okay, so we established a connection. You learned a lot. You got to explore so much about SQL Server here. There was a significant amount of information here. Man, this section here should be broken out into a troubleshooting section.
Yeah.
This was good. This was really good.